Let me know when you pop in. Last time I did this, I had showed 0 people in the chat for the first 10, 12 minutes. So we already got 2. That's great. Hey, we got somebody. I always start to get a little bit nervous at about minute 9 when I haven't seen anyone. So grateful you're here, of course. Um, I always have trouble remembering your first name for some reason. I could check it. I could go to my. Lewis. I still had your email from last time I needed your address. Lewis, glad you are here. If we can't get half dozen friends, we'll still make something of this video. I have I don't know if you did the Lewis, if you did the February giveaway, but if you did, you remember I asked people to ask me questions, and there were so many of them that I never answered them, and I just thought we'll do it today. So I'm kind of prepared to answer most of these questions. I have the other. Maybe I'll see if you're on here. Scott, Chase, Ken, Walkenbach. Oh yeah. Okay, you asked a pretty good question, Lewis. I'm prepared to answer it. There's 38 questions. So let's see what we can do with it here. My fantasy team's not doing anything today. Lewis, maybe just you and I will do some trivia. Some of these questions we did last time, I don't know, weren't very good. Might have to come up with another system at some point. Let's see here. This question's kind of weird. I don't know if it's looking for. It seems like an oversimplified answer for the question. The question's kind of specific, which makes me think there's a specific term that I'm not thinking of. If two teams play 4 straight games against each other and the same team wins all 4 games, what is it called? You're welcome to put what I'm probably thinking, Lewis. Or oh yeah. I don't know. I don't like these questions. I don't like them. Yeah. Yeah, a sweep. But it seems so odd, like they specified 4 games. I was wondering, like, is there a special term that has to be for the 4 games, like quad sweep or something? I thought maybe I was missing something. I guess that's what I'm saying. Well, I don't want to give away any cards. Is my signal going away? Whoop. Did you lose me there, Lewis? It looked like it glitched. Excuse me. Darn. This is as good a signal as I can get like at this house without being standing next to my router. Is it continually doing it, or is it just a moment there where it was doing it? Good to go right now. Maybe that explains a little bit on why it's just you and I, you and I. Excuse me. And I've been on for 15 minutes. I should have brought some water with me. I'm learning. Okay, so I think what I'll do, Lewis, is answer the questions right now from that old video. And then maybe we'll get some more people to join us as we go. I think it's probably going to take me about 20 minutes to get through these. If you can't hang out the whole time, I'll make sure to get you like some cards or something for coming. I have your address still, so we're all good. And I think I'll go ahead and do my regular greeting because I'm going to clip this out and make a standalone video of it. So, are you ready? Hello, everybody. And Lewis, who's with me here on the live stream, we're waiting for some more people to join us. So I figured I'd just shoot a quick, well, probably won't be so quick, video here answering the questions you asked me in the February giveaway. I'm all set up. I've got supplies and cards and things here to share with you. And I promised at one point I would go through these responses, and today's the day. So I'm going to share screen, hoping this works. Let's see, allow, select window or screen. Firefox. Okay, we're going to get some feedback, some funky feedback stuff here. Okay, so here was the giveaway, the video. This was the February giveaway video, or January actually. And basically I said, ask me questions about myself. I guess I'm an egomaniac or something. But did you ever respond? There were 38 comments. And I said, I don't have the strength to do this right now. We'll do it some other time. Well, today is the day. So we're just going to go top down. Some of these are going to be rapid fire. Some are going to be a little more detailed just because I have artifacts here to share. So Alan Twitchell, what is your favorite in-person autograph story? I only had to think about this one for about a quarter of a second. A lot of you know one of my all-time favorite Mariners, my boyhood hero, Alvin Davis. He, 2016, somewhere in there, got a job as a roving instructor with the Mariners. And I was immediately very excited because I thought, hey, he might come to Everett and do some work there. And sure enough, he did. And I had a spy that went to every game that would text me whenever he was around. And one day I'm eating dinner and it says Alvin Davis is here. So I grabbed a bat, game used bat that I had bought off eBay a long, long time ago. Headed down there and post game, got him to sign the bat. So there it is. Hopefully you can see it okay with me being on share. But Silver Sharpie. And I really made a fool out of myself telling him how big of a fan I was and all that stuff. But it was a great memory. And I believe he's still a roving instructor with the Mariners. But I don't know if there's like any differences if they've changed the job at all because of COVID. So I'm going to switch back over to StreamYard just to see if there's any more chat. Okay. Okay, we're still going, looks like. Oh, and there's one more in-person story. For a while, Brian Hunter, the taller, lankier Brian Hunter, was batting coach for the Aqua Sox. And I got this fun 8x10. It's a minor league. It's printed by Signature Rookies, but it wasn't signed. And I had bought it. And I said, hey, you broke that bat over your knee like Bo, right? And he said, you know it, you know it. And then I also got of him. I got a lot of his autographs, but these are the two that I grabbed because there were stories that come with them. This Topps 99 with him is the base thief, and he's got the mask. And I hope this is showing up. I'm going to switch over here. Yeah, you can see that. So he grabbed this and showed it to several of the other players because he was so amused and he liked it so much. And I think I got a couple of those done and some for other people. Okay, Augie asked who will win the World Series this year. He wrote this in January. I would have said Dodgers then. I'll still say Dodgers. I know they're kind of going through a weird thing right now, but over 162, no reason to believe they won't be there. But baseball's pretty weird. Okay, Scott, who would play the hello, everybody, the Eddie Walker story? Who would play me? Okay, he's big. He's lovable. He's a happy guy. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But I am the world's biggest fan of John Candy. I think if he was, still could do it, he would be the perfect Eddie Walgren. So there we go. And bonus points for spelling my last name correctly. It's not written anywhere. So great memory, Scott. Okay, who will win the next championship for Seattle? Seahawks, Mariners, Kraken, Sonics if they come back. Thanks, Doug, for the compliment. Giveaways are fun. Anyone but the Mariners. I don't know. I would probably predict the Sonics to come back and win it before the Mariners. I don't even let myself think like that. I know that's horrible, but it's a protection mode. What non-sports autograph would you like to have above any other? I'm thinking of ones that are kind of realistic, like could be gotten. Probably probably George Orwell. Just favorite author, George Orwell. Okay, who have you sent out the most TTMs to, successes or failures? Okay, I grabbed them. Actually, there's probably about 10 or 15 that aren't here that are in various sets or whatever. Let me check my chat here. Oh, hey, Shaw. Okay, we got some more people in. Okay, Shaw, we're just going through some questions that were asked of me in January, and I actually asked people to ask questions again because I'm just a self-serving person, and I never answered them. So I'm doing that now, and then we're hoping some more people join us. But so who have I sent to the most? Easily. Here's my stack, and again, there's probably 10 or 15 that aren't here because they're in sets or they're just not on cards. Charlie Huff. Now, I will say a few of these I just bought because they were cheap, and I'm just a Charlie Huff nerd. But I have them all I have them by brand. So first is Topps. I have two of the 84s. Let's get to, there's more Topps. Now we got Fleer, and even got a little mini here. Just on and on and on. There's probably 50 here. Probably at least 2/3 of them I did get TTM. And I like knuckleballers. You want to know that. Okay, Chase and Nick, favorite board game. I didn't see this. I forgot it was here, and I didn't even think about it. Might circle back to that one. Who would be your top autograph to have? Scott asks. Probably Jackie Robinson. That would be awesome. Be awesome to have a Jackie. Okay. Who or what actually got into collecting? My brother and my cousin. They're a couple years older than me. They started collecting before I did, and then once I got the bug, I had someone to talk to about it and to trade with, and they had someone to take advantage of. A little brother. Walkenbach, awesome contest. How many do I send out? TTM requested a month. Wow, literally anywhere between 0 and 30. It just depends on what's going on. Sometimes I get on horrible streaks. I'll go 2 months without hardly sending out any, and then I gotta re-up and get some stuff out. So junk wax life hacks. Yeah, we had talked about getting some dahlia tubers to me. We're both garden people. Yeah, I'm just switching back over to check the chat. Yeah, Huff, a couple people have gotten notes from Huff saying that he's charging. And then I'm also seeing people still going 8 for 8. So I don't know. It may be that he has a signing coming up in a certain region. And so he's kicking back requests from that region to protect the signing. And that's something that happens every now and again. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. Could be that he's just getting tired. I know it's happening. But yeah, I hope not. Where were we at here? Yeah, and Junk Wax sent me an email, so we've talked about that. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Lewis. First ever in person or through the mail autograph. This is a great question. The answer is I wish I knew. Way back, mid to late 80s, not long after I started collecting, my cousin and my brother and myself discovered or heard you can send autograph requests to a stadium and have a player sign. And we sent some out. We picked every superstar you could imagine and just people we liked. And we got requests, but I do not recall who came first or even exactly what I got. And as we got a little bit older, this isn't smart. I wish I could undo it, but you can't live in the past. We started using our cards and just anything as like currency to play cards with, to gamble with. And they, at some point, won all my autographs and a lot of my good cards. But there's one that I do remember from that early batch from when I was 14 or 15. I remembered I had an 84 Fleer update Juan Samuel. So when I got back into TTMing in 2005, 2006, somewhere in there, the first thing I sent out, because he was still signing, was the 84 Fleer update. No, sorry, this is base. I always thought it was update. 84 Fleer Juan Samuel. This was the card, the same card that I had way back when. So I was able to replace this one, and it's one of my favorites. Just because of that, it just takes me back. It's not the exact same one I had when I was 14, 15, but it's a copy of it. So I'm really happy to have it. Good question. Okay, Super Bowl. Yeah, I would have said Chiefs. That's who I wanted. That's who I thought was going to win. I was wrong. Brandon, what got you into collecting? Yeah, again, my cousin and my brother. Just when I really fell in love with baseball during the '86 World Series, I decided I was going to collect cards too, and they got me up and going. Neither of them collect anymore, but I still do. Flying Dutchman. Been rocking the ties in your videos. Okay, what's your favorite tie? I brought some ties out here to share with you what I do with them. So, most of you know that I teach third grade. I don't wear a tie every day, but when I do, I like that they're kind of fun because I like to be a little bit screwy around 9-year-olds. And I couldn't pick just one, so I grabbed Well, I actually do have a favorite, but I wanted to show off some others. This one's called Rat Race. And most of these are from Alan Neckwear, Alynn. And I've got them, if you buy from his website, they're $60. Most of these I got for less than 10 off eBay. They're new or like new. But there's Rat Race, kind of obviously a play on words. That's a lot of fun. This one's not an Alan, it's a Ralph Marlin. And it doesn't have a name, but I call it Crazy Dogs. There's Crazy Dogs. Hopefully you can see those. Yeah, you've probably seen that one in the video. This one I ran through the washer, and it's a little bit wonky. I think I can still wear it, but I'm a little bummed. This is an Allen. This is Laid Back Lions. I like to wear this on Fridays. We say we're laid back on Fridays. Okay, and then this one is my favorite. This is an Allen. I got this from the mom of my best friend who has since passed away. I think I was maybe 19 when I got this. Had no idea I would ever wear a tie, but for some reason she got it for me. And this is Seventh Inning Stretch. And obviously baseball themed. So this is my single one favorite, partially because of the theme and partially because of who gave it to me. It has seen a lot of wear, but I can still wear it. Okay. Sticks G. Am I in the right one? Oh, okay, no. Angry Old Man. Better place to live. Moses Lake or Everett? I've never lived in either, but definitely Moses Lake. You know, I pick on Everett and Seattle and the bigger cities, but there's no city in Washington that doesn't have like nice parts to it. So I don't want to offend anybody, but I am more of a I grew up in the country. I'm like more of a rural person in personality. So if I had to live in one of those two places, I would probably pick Moses Lake. Sticks G, cool giveaway. Let's see here. Don't you think the pros would enjoy it if you sent them your autograph? I mean, you have over 400 subs. Yeah, perhaps. Thanks, Sticks G. That's funny. Favorite movie, sports or non? Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption. Who, what, when, where, and how did you get your first player's autograph from? It would have to be from that first TTM batch. Like I said, I remember getting Mattingly back. I don't remember which card. I remember getting McGuire back. I don't remember which card. Might have been the Olympic even. But I remember that one Samuel, the 84 Fleer. So, but anyway, I wish I knew. It would be so cool to even try to recreate it or whatever. But do you have any Pilots or Seahawks cards? Okay, I'm prepared for this one. I got a stack of stuff to go through here. Let me just check on. Well, we're up to 3 now. Cool. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me. I think this is going to take about 10 more minutes, and then we'll maybe do some more trivia, and I'll give you something. I got, just like last time, I got a bunch of Hall of Famers here. Okay, I grabbed some Pilots cards. I didn't grab any Seahawks, but I did grab some Pilots cards. Starting with the tops, 69, there's a Gary Bell. Here's a 70, John O'Donohue. And I hope these are still showing up okay with the shared screen. I know it's smaller. Diego Segui on the 70 tops throughout the first pitch. Throughout the first pitch for the Mariners, but played on the Pilots. Only player to play on both teams. We got a 70 Donnie Walton. And then we got this is a custom that Ray Peters made himself and sent to me. He did not play on the Pilots. He played in the minors. But if you write to him, he'll send you this and all sorts of stuff. He sent me like 4 things. John O'Donohue on a Renata Galasso. Is that how you say this? Renata Galasso set. 69 pilots, 1 year in existence, says on the back. Gee, thanks. Here's a Bob Meyer on a 64 custom that I did. This was a design I was playing around with for a while. Never got it totally like I wanted it, but worked for these purposes. Sandy Valdeспino. And I like this one because he put the date on it, 2/8/2008. So we know when that one was signed. Same design, Gus Gill. And then I sent one of these to Billy Williams, not the Hall of Famer, but the other Billy Williams. I sent one of these to him, and he sent back someone else's custom. I don't like quite as much. I did try to find the owner of this, but this is probably 15 years ago. Maybe not quite that, and whatever. A couple index cards I made. I thought it'd be fun to do like a first series. So we have Seattle Pilots first home run, Mike Keegan, April 8th, 1969. Homer scores Harper from second, Mike Keegan. I have 3 or 4 of these. Then I have probably a half dozen index cards that are just they're like that without doesn't say Seattle Pilots first. First shutout, Gary Bell. What date? April 11th at 6 Stadium. Pilot 7, White Sox zip. Okay. How old were you when you started? Am I on the right one here? Where's the hobby headed? High-end prices. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where the hobby's headed. I don't like where retail's at right now. People can't even buy cards. I've gotten over it because it's kind of worked out better for me anyway, my budget. I don't know where the hobby's headed. It's a good question. I wish I had an answer. How old were you when you started collecting? I was about 13, somewhere in there. So 12 or 13. Okay. Oh, should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame? In my opinion. Oh, boy. Hover over the thumbs down button. We could do a whole video on this. No one's going to agree. And no one's going to agree with me. I'm a no. Great giveaway, Eddie. Quick, huh? Okay. What's the first pack you bought? Had to be an 86 tops. I'm 99% sure. Would you give a grand tour of Snohomish without a starting lineup? Yeah, there's 2 major leaguers from a little tiny town in Washington called Snohomish. They're both buried there. I don't know. Summer's coming up. I'm a teacher. I have some free time. Maybe I should do finding the Earls. Yeah, and they're both named Earl. Yeah. Have I ever been to an MLB game? And if so, what teams were playing for the first game you went to? I've been to many games. Over 90%, 95% of them were Mariner games. I had to be like a little tiny kid on my first one. Mariners and somebody. I wish I knew it'd be cool to see a box score or something, but I don't know. I was with my family. And yeah. Top 5 baseball player retired and or current. What's your top 5 baseball player retired or current and why? Oh boy, I would need to think about that. Holy smokes. It's so hard to like list players because of eras and post integration, and I would almost need to do it by era and say, okay, here's my dead ball guys, here's my pre-war list, here's my post integration and all that. But I like Mays, Aaron, Mantle, usual. But now I haven't even said Ruth yet. I haven't said Ricky Henderson. I haven't, hard to do. But there's some names. There's some names. I was going to say no. I didn't think Justin Turner would stay with the Dodgers. He did, so I would have been wrong on that. Who's my second baseman if I'm assembling an all Mariners team? Oh boy. Boone and Robinson had kind of shorter peaks, but they were more productive. Let me go with HR. He was there when I first became a really big baseball fan, and I always liked the D, so let's go with HR. Yeah, Media Marauder Larry's just kind of having fun. What question do you want me to ask? Favorite food? Fully loaded hamburger. Just everything you can fit on there. Ship to Canada. Yeah, sometimes I ship to Canada. Nothing big. First TTM. Yeah, we went over that. I wish I knew, but symbolically, that Juan Samuel that I have replicated. White whale. So at the time of this, probably that Ichiro would have been my white whale, but I got him a couple weeks ago. So now I'm on to the next like huge thing. I have to decide what it's going to be and how I'm going to pull it off. And I'm still deciding, but I like getting stuff kind of in that range now. Something that I can enjoy while I have it, and that when I'm gone, my family can take it and say, "Hey, this is still has some value to it." Um, yeah, let's check the chats in a minute. We're almost done. Okay. Will Punxsutawney Phil see his shadow? I wouldn't have ventured to guess, but I believe he did, right? It's nice now. It's what is it? May 15th. So here we go. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Sure. I'm getting you're seeing my emails. Okay, let's come out and share. So that was fun. Thanks everybody who asked questions. That was all the way from January, February, and we got through that. What was that, about 20 minutes? Not so bad, 20, 25. So that'll be, I'll be snipping that out and probably making that a standalone video for people who didn't make the live. But meanwhile, we got some more people in here. Shaw Racing, yeah, AWIMS, and 25 Perez. Cool. Let's do some Hall of Fame giveaway like we did last time. You guys down for that? If you're interested in some Hall of Fame cards, give me a okay or a thumbs up. I grabbed a couple Pujols cards before I came out here because I did see that he had potentially signed with the Dodgers or agreed to come to terms, and that's pretty cool. So I figured I'd share. This is Turkey Red, and I thought I had more Cardinals stuff, and I thought I would have kind of inserts, but these are just base. I think I have a lot of my insert stuff in a different box. So that, I believe, is the 2006 Turkey Red. Here's a 2012 Topps World Series Game 3. If I remember, he hit a ball. Maybe hasn't landed yet. That weird circular thing they saw on the moon, that was the ball he hit on that. Here's just standard Bowman from a couple years ago. Man, the Bowman really bleed together for me. Without turning them over, 2016. I have two of those. A lot of people do not like landscape cards or horizontal. I do like them. I don't know. Fielding. Pretty cool card. Cardinals. Yeah. It's not so weird that he's going to the Dodgers, but we've always seen him in that red, and just to see him in a blue uni, it's going to be weird. Here we go, 2014. Yeah, he killed. If you here's a prism. One thing that a player like Pujols, where you can draw a line after their first 10 years. And it is very clear that there's a regression there. A lot of people, they're maybe 20 now. They only remember the Angels pool holes. And that always kind of breaks my heart because, man, for the Cardinals years, it's just insane. I'm looking at all the red ink on the back of this Topps card. And so this is his third year he's got 2 years listed with the Angels on this. But he's got 5 run titles, all with the Cardinals. Only once led the league in hits. 51 doubles 1 year. Also had 43 homers that same year. 359. Led the league. What year was that? 03. What a monster. 03. Here's his 03 stats. 135 runs, 212 hits, 51 doubles, 43 homers, 124 RBI, basically 79 walks. It's a lot. Average 359, OPS 1106. Led the league in OPS 3 times, slugging 3 times. What a monster. What a monster. Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of Cardinal fans were upset when he left, and it's real easy when it's not, your checkbook. It's like, yeah, bring him back. But I think a rational person could look at his Angel years and say, yeah, that was a good decision by the Cardinals. That was a good call. Now, I don't believe they've won it since he left. And maybe you can confirm. Was 2011 the last Cardinals World Series win? I believe it was. Yeah. So he was there for that. And so it's not like after he left, they used that money and were wildly successful. But it was a good baseball decision. I'm sure it was hard because, people were upset, rightfully so. Okay, let's do a trivia question. First one that gets it will get the first 6 Hall of Fame cards. But you'll all get something, all 5 of you that are here, 4, 5, 6. And probably going to be able to go at least another half hour. They won that World Series because of David Freese. That was insane. That was an insane World Series. Okay. Oh. Here we go. Which infamous Chicago Cubs fan was given a 2016 World Series ring for having suffered years of public harassment? I think I know it. I didn't know that they gave him a ring, but I can only think of one Cubs fan that got years of public harassment. Wims, we'll do this together. Steve Bartman, yeah. Okay. So I see that. Fartman. Okay, I'm actually going to give it to you, 25 Perez. I didn't see that you'd popped up there first. I have to assume you're either having fun with Bartman or maybe you mistyped it. The F and the B. I can see that, but like I said, we're going to get something for everybody, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they did was it Netflix or someone did like a mini documentary on that? What was it called? Like 3 Nights in October or something. And it was really good. And Of course, he did not deserve the harassment that he got. And Moises Alou didn't need to freak out like that. And the Cubs didn't need to have a complete and total meltdown. But someone's got to take the blame for stuff. This thing's dented. I'm not giving that one away. So I'm just reaching kind of blindly into my Hall of Fame box. 90 Flair Robin Yount. Yeah, he kind of lives his life not in hiding, but very private. They were going to do an interview with him for the documentary that I mentioned. What? That's not a Hall of Famer? But it kind of fell through. It would have been really interesting. Wow, some of these are not in great condition. I don't want to get you guys beat up cards. Here we go. Joe Morgan, an insert from Topps, 2014. I don't know what this is called. All rookie team. Joe Morgan. Yeah, someone's got to be blamed. Here we go. This is man, some of these are in such bad shape. Sorry. Roberto Alomar, 90 Bowman. Yeah, did I miss anything in chat when I was doing my Oh, you like my ties? Pat Neshek. Neshek's a great TTMer. I should have made the screen bigger. Yeah. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever really like shared a screen and tried to use the camera. So when I go watch it back, I'll probably wished I had done it differently. And that's another 90 Bowman. Here we go. It's an 85 Topps. Raleigh Fingers. Other than the centering, decently sharp card. Let me go to the other side here. I think it's too far off center. Okay. Franchise Pete's. Mike Piazza. Five. Let's do one more. That's another Aussie. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you're on sportscollectors.net, this player has a signing coming up for $35, which is ridiculously cheap. Another player, you take those first 10 years and you isolate those years, slam dunk, without a doubt, Hall of Famer. But played so long that fans that were younger when he retired maybe didn't realize how great he was. Great, great, great Chicago White Sox. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. What a great ball player. What a great ball player. Look at these walks. 4 years leading the league in walk. This is prior to 03. RBI over 100 every year. Average in the 300s every year. Walks over 100 every year. Home runs 30 or more every year. Many years in the 40s. The Big Hurt. Yeah, 35 for, please. I'm going to send in the 95 Emotion, and he's wearing like a black warm-up jersey. So the promoter says he has a silver paint pen that it's going to work nicely on that. So we're going to do that, and that's going to look, I'm excited about it. It's not for a little while yet, but okay. 25 Perez, you're welcome to answer this question. And we'll just go with whoever's second if they haven't got cards yet. Here we go. Oh, it's backwards. An easily made catch on a fly ball by a fielder is also known as what? Feels like it could be a couple different things. Yeah, can of corn. I didn't know if they were looking for like root. I would have said like routine fly. Now I've heard of can of corn, and I believe I looked in my baseball encyclopedia once, and it said way back in the day, like shopkeepers had to keep certain canned goods on high shelves, and they would knock them down with sticks and catch them in their smocks, and that's where high can of corn came from. But who knows? Okay. By the way, I have. I think everybody in here. I have your addresses already. But I'll let you know if I don't. Um, Awims. I believe your name was Andrew, right? Okay, let's do this. Never heard of that one. Okay. Great shortstop. And then, okay, shortstop. Louis Aparicio. It's got stolen base leaders from both 59 and 07. So here we go 59. Aparicio, Willie Mays, Orlando Cepeda, Jim Gillian, Tony Taylor, Mickey Mantle, Vita Pinson, Jackie Jensen, Jim Landis, Frank Robinson. 07. Jose Reyes, Juan Pierre, Hanley Ramirez, Eric Burns, Carl Crawford, Brian Roberts, Sean Figgins, Jimmy Rollins, Ichiro, Corey Patterson, Shane Victorino. Wow, I forgot some of those names. Okay. Here's a Jeff Bagwell 2002 studio. Andrew, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and I know for sure I have your address. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Insert Chasing History, Rod Carew. It's kind of got most of the lights behind me, so I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's kind of a cool card. Here's a Nolan Ryan record breaker. Oldest player to throw a no-hitter. Yeah. 90 tops. Two more. Ozzie Smith, 87 tops. Pretty pedestrian. And this one card feels a little thicker. It's a base. Allen Ginter, Jim Thome. There we go. And I have stamps, so these will be able to go out on Monday. Okay. Again, Perez and Andrew, you can keep answering questions. It's kind of fun. Show off your baseball smarts. Man, I'm having trouble getting these out here. Okay. Oh, I just said this word or term about 5 minutes ago. Well, maybe more like when I was doing the sharing. What is the nickname for the time period between 1900 and 1919 when baseballs were soft and difficult to hit long distances? Shaw, I can send to Canada. It's only one of those $1.10 stamps. I can afford that. I'm not rich, but I don't mind. Yeah, clumps. Yeah, dead ball, Deadpool. Good movie. Awim's got it. He got it first, but clumps. I don't. Have I ever? Have we exchanged regular mail before? I don't remember. I'm gonna stick my email in here, and make sure to send me your mailing address. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you got a vintage 73 Raleigh Fingers. I believe that's is like fourth card. There's a little bit of vintage in here, not a lot, but good TTM material. What is he like? I think through the mail he's 15 or something. Here we go with I always call these pajama cards, pajama borders. Kirby Puckett. Here's a Tim Raines. This might have been one of the first full boxes that I opened. I remember opening a box of this. Oldest Raleigh. Cool. Here we go with a Griffey Dairy Queen. I have so many of these still. I've given away probably 20 or 30. That's 4. 2 more cards. Here is, and did I hear to get an Ozzy? No. Ozzy and Chuck Knobloch on the Pinnacle, the Idols. And reach back here in the area I haven't been into yet. Robin Yount, 90 Fleer. Okay, 3 down. There's only 5 of us here, so gonna watch the Mariners game tonight. Kellenic played his second game yesterday and had 2 doubles and a single, and no, sorry, 2 doubles and a home run, and played like his dang hair was on fire, which we haven't seen that really in Seattle in a while. So I can appreciate that. Okay, another trivia question. First one that hasn't got free cards to get it will be next up. You know, I wish these were just like a little harder because I'm not bragging or anything, but these seem pretty easy to me. I've been around a while, you got to remember. Okay, which was the last Major League ballpark to install lights for night games? I don't even need to look at these. It's pretty ridiculous. You can name the team, you don't have to name the field. Yeah, it was Wrigley Field. Hey, Eric. Yeah. Yeah, welcome in. We're just doing kind of a relaxed kind of giveaway like last time with some more Hall of Fame cards, a little bit of trivia. And it's funny you should mention mowing. You can't really see my grass behind me, but my mower, well, you can see a little bit. My mower like completely died about a week ago, and I'm getting another one, but it's going to take a while. So I got grass back there that's approaching a foot tall. Whatever, no big deal. Okay, Shaw Racing. Scroll up and will you send me an email? And I have no problem sending 6 cards to Canada. $1.10, is that what those international stamps are? Like, come on. Like I said, I'm not a rich man, but I can do $1.10. 4 hours with a 54-inch deck. Wow, you must have a big yard. I live on an acre, but I have a lot of like garden beds, and my house is pretty big. So probably only mowing like a half an acre, and that takes me a while. Here we go. Shaw, your first card is the 90 tops. Dave Winfield. Trying to get into some areas of this box I haven't been in. Lou Brock, Heritage Flashbacks. 3.5 acres just of grass. That's a hard pass for me. Okay, we talked about this guy earlier when somebody wanted me to name off some all-time greats. Mickey Mantle. It's 3 cards. I keep these to 6. I feel like they mail well when I do 6. Never had any problems with damage. So for 1 stamp, pretty good deal. Here we go. One of my favorite. And it looks like maybe there's some, there's some paper loss on this. It was an Edgar, but I'm not going to. Maybe there's another Edgar in here. Here we go. You'll get the 95 Leaf, Edgar. There's a post-it on this, so at one point I was trying to get that consigned or something. That's 4. Let's do a Ripken Home Run Derby. Topps card from last year. Okay, here's something that drives me crazy. And I don't consider myself like OCD or anything. Okay, so this card is right side up. Will we all agree? His feet are at the bottom, his head's at the top. This card over. Freaking upside down. Why? I don't know. It's all right. It's fine. Okay, one more. I want to get something kind of fun here. Here we go. 84 Donruss, Ted Simmons. You wish you'd waited to answer. Okay, yeah. Is that your way of saying you don't like the selection here? Freeze free. Okay. Let's see here. Back to trivia. Yeah, if I ended up with like a Jeter or something, I could see. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, I have not looked at the answer. I will take 2 answers for this because I feel like the answer on here is going to be not what I'm thinking. Who was the first African American to play Major League Baseball? Anyone can answer. First one that hasn't gotten free cards will get some free cards. I'm gonna do the reveal for myself. Oh, okay. It is what I was thinking. It is what I was thinking. First African American to play Major League Baseball. So if you watch the baseball series, I usually have it in my background. The Ken Burns, he goes over this. They go over this in some detail. Basically, at one point, they tried to pass another player off as they didn't try to pass him off as not African American, but they just sort of just ran him out there. They didn't make any fanfare of it, and they just waited until people complained, and then finally he couldn't play. But player was Moses Fleetwood Walker, And this was a couple decades before Jackie. I forget what year that was, but it was a while before Jackie. Yeah, so very, very common trivia to get wrong. So who has, let's see, Clump's got cards, Perez got cards, Shaw, Williams. Is Eric still here? Orly, if you want some cards. We might just do more of these just for poos and giggles because there's only like maybe 15 more in here. I got nowhere to be till 6 because that's when the Mariners game starts. My battery's on 54. Am I being washed out here by the light behind me? Not that you need to see this beautiful face, but I guess everyone who's here has got cards. Let's do a few more questions. We'll call her a day. Then I need to go and cut out the part where I was doing the Q&A. Okay. Ooh. I don't know this one. Just going to admit it, which I like. Name one of the two teams from the first televised MLB game in 1939. All right, Eric, we'll get you some Hall of Fame cards here in a minute. Ugh, Yankees are up. Oh, I said the Y word. I should get an exemption from live streams. I can't prepare myself. I would have to guess. Clump, you sound pretty confident with the exclamation points. But there was only 16 teams then. Is that right? So you got to figure. Yeah, if I had to guess, it would be like Cubs, Detroit, or like a New York team. Hey, John Mangini's here. Nice. Let's check it out. Okay. Name one of the first two teams in the first ever televised game, 1939. Did someone say Reds and Shaw? Did you Google it? You got it. If you knew that, full credit to you. If you Googled it, also full credit for being creative on the fly. And I didn't know that one. So, okay, Eric, let's get you some Hoffers here. Tony, I know you're talking to me. 1990, Paul Molitor. Tony's the one that randomly started calling me Eddie the Great for some reason, and I'm very grateful that died out. I know Bronco and Kevin tried that for a while, and then they switched over to Uncle Eddie. I don't know. I got a lot of nicknames. Eddie Spaghetti, Uncle Eddie. This is Brett Boggs and Gary Gaetti, Sportflix. What other? Anything with Ed, Mr. Ed, Special Ed, people like that one. Yeah, I've had a lot of nicknames. Okay, you're up to 3. Pretty sharp. And there's some surface. We're not going to give that one away. Steady Eddie, yep. A Fisk, 90. Is that a 92 tops Fisk? Fast Eddie, I've heard that. Ed Lover, who was like an MTV DJ or VJ, or he was the MTV Raps guy, I think, for a while. Like I said, anything that with Ed or Eddie or Edward. I've been called Edmund Fitzgerald for crying out loud. That's a ship. I have been called a ship. Yeah. Puckett with the pajama card. Always happy to get rid of a NYY card. That's 5. One more for four leaf. I already have one of those in here. That ship did sink. Here's a Duke Snyder Turkey Red. It's a lower number, so that means it's an 05. And then Gordon Lightfoot wrote a great song about it. I like Gordon Lightfoot. He gets kind of made fun of, but I don't know. Is it because he's Canadian? Four leaf. You know, Snyder wasn't in the Hall of Fame until like 2002 or something like that. Oh, I dropped my pen. When you go and you look back at his numbers, really surprising that he had to wait that long. He is a Canadian treasure. I agree. He's more treasure to me than, I don't know. Celine Dion or whatever. So Sundown, great song. Those are the two I think of. Sundown and Edmund Fitzgerald. He's got some other sleeper hits. Yay, Canadians! We're getting. Well, I had to stream for an hour before we got over 5. That's fine. I don't mind. Here's what we've been doing today. I went over Q&A. It was way back from January in an old video. That was about 25 minutes. We've been doing some trivia. I showed off some Pujols cards. It was just based what I had laying around because we were talking about Pujols. And then I've just been giving away these kind of common Hall of Famers and just hanging out, waiting for 6 o'clock to roll around. See Kellenic, maybe hit another homer or something tonight. Okay, let's do more trivia here. I don't feel like I know this. These cards, I think, are kind of dated. I'm not going to answer this question. Seems like too subjective. I just don't like some of these. Oh, what did Babe Ruth put under his cap to keep himself cool? Oh, thanks, Jason. I don't fancy myself as particularly wise, but I've just been around. I've been around a while. I've been around and around. Hot dogs. Maybe like frozen hot dogs. Actually, I have a guess, but I don't like really know this. A beer frozen. It might be. It looks like 2 people said hot dogs. I was thinking like a damp rag or something. Let's check it out here. Oh, no one's got it yet. And now that I see this, I have heard of other players doing this. I saw somebody. It was somebody mentioned it in A Glory of Their Times. Somebody mentioned this. It was pretty common. Nope. It is something you can eat. You wouldn't eat it probably after it's been against Babe Ruth's scalp for any amount of time. Okay, you ready for this? They would actually keep like a cooler, or whatever. They would keep a bunch of these, and many players did this. I remember hearing about this now. A cabbage leaf. Damp, wet, cold cabbage leaf. Stick it on your head, put your hat on. Away you go. Crazy. Tortilla. You guys are hilarious. I'm not even gonna. I don't like this one. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh. Well, this one, yeah. This one is sort of if you know the stat, then the answer is going to be a lot easier. Who pitched his 500th career win against the Washington Senators? Okay. Unless my brain's not working, there's only been one player with 500 career wins. So then that would be the answer. Yeah, Tony. That's got to be right, doesn't it? Yeah. Denton True Young. Cy Young. Okay. Let's keep going here. Yeah, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Okay. Some of you might not know this if you're a little bit younger. Or maybe even you do. Which famous player was mentioned in the Simon and Garfunkel tune, Mrs. Robinson? Who can type the fastest? If you're like me, you usually mess up the spelling. You hit enter anyway because you want to be first. Yep. Joe DiMaggio, we want you on our side. He tied the streak at 44, July the 1st, you know. Since then, he hit a good 12 more, Joltin' Joe DiMaggio. Okay, who has not gotten any Hall of Fame cards that is interested? I do them 6 at a time. These are fairly common, whatever. There's nothing in here you're going to put on eBay and take advantage of me. Keep them for yourself, give them to a kid, whatever. Give me a thumbs up if you're interested, if you haven't gotten any yet. These aren't for everybody. Obviously, I'm giving them away for free, so. Let me find yeah. Let me find something decent here to grease the skids here. Pretty much everybody who wants some gets some. All right, I'm going to take that as a yes. All right, let's just do a few more trivias. Maybe we'll get out of here. What do I keep hearing? I think it's a cat. Okay. If you're a fan of the history of the game, been around as long as I have been, you'll get it. Which New York Giant hit the ball that became known as the shot heard around the world? It is a beautiful day here. It's probably low 70s. And, you know, the old stereotype of it raining every day in Washington. It rains plenty. It rains plenty. But, you know, everything's green here. I mean, everything's green. And I'm blessed because I live in truly one of the most beautiful places in the world. So I'll trade my 200 days of rain or whatever it is. And I don't have to worry about my grass catching on fire. Yeah. Robbie Thompson. Off of a man named Ralph Branca. And book recommendation, if you ever want an extremely detailed count of the cheating scandal that came with that home run and the Dodgers and the Giants that year, there's a book called The Echoing Green that I would recommend to you. It's detailed. And I actually have a copy. If somebody wanted to pay for shipping, I might I might just be willing to send it to you. Send me an email. Let's do that. I did read it probably 10 years ago. It's been collecting dust ever since. If you want to help with shipping, I'll send the Echoing Green to you. It's not for everybody. It is extremely detailed, but recommended if you're into that. Yeah. 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 Good night, Jay's Mix. Okay. Now, this is just a softball question. It's just a. I'm not even going to read this. First father son to play MLB together. Some of these questions are for like 10-year-olds. Yeah. Yeah, it is about sign stealing. Basically, the Giants had a guy in the center field scoreboard with binoculars, and then he had like a flashlight system to relay the pitches to the batters. And it's fairly well documented that Thompson preferred not to know what was coming because there's a lot of data that suggests knowing what's coming can hurt in some way, depending on the player. Anyway, um, there's no evidence that on that home run he knew what was coming, but we do know now that the Giants cheated that year. So that's what the book is about. And like I said, it's crazy. I mean, the guy has names of addresses of everyone involved. I mean, it's nuts. It is almost too much. It's like, man, I don't need the taxi plate number of the guy that drove Thompson to the park that day, but that's the kind of thing that's in there. Okay, another dumb one. What's the term for a left-handed pitcher? Southpaw. And it has to do with them facing south in one of the early stadiums. They say south, so they said southpaw. Okay, I'm not totally sure about this one. So let's do it here. Which country has won the World Baseball Cup 25 times? I think I knew. Yeah. Yeah, John, I don't know if you know I'm a huge Haddocks fan, and I've actually am only picking up Haddocks this month, and we're gonna do a reveal at the end of the month because it's yeah. I was thinking Cuba too. I know they're a powerhouse. John Mangini. I was complimenting on my baseball smarts earlier, but I wouldn't go toe to toe with John Mangini on some of these. I think I know this one. Hey, by the way, that was Cuba. Big, huge powerhouse. And now you got to remember, like, for decades, USA played amateurs in the World Cup games. So Cuba played only their best. And, if they didn't win, they'd probably beheaded or something. What were the hats made from in the first ever MLB uniforms? What were the hats made from? I would go with what Tony has here. Oh no, not wool or denim. I thought wool as well. Sweaters, no, and not cabbage. Don't say cabbage. We're gonna finish these off if they're good. There's only like 8 more. Linen, no. Are we ready? In 5. In 4. No, not in plastic. In 3. 2. one straw. I think that's the first one we got skunked on. Straw hats. Baseball hats. Okay. Pretty good question. Multiple choice, sort of. Which of these odd team names was never a real franchise? Cleveland Spiders, Kansas City Cowboys, Chicago Beefeaters, or St. Louis Perfectos? I have narrowed it down to two, but it's a guess. It's a guess between the two. I know the Spiders were for sure a real team. Mangini says Perfectos. Tony says Beefeaters. I was thinking Kansas City Cowboys. I don't believe I've heard that. Beefeaters. For some reason, I thought that was a real team. I have a book of old Pacific Northwest amateur teams, and some of the names are ridiculous. The Wide Awakes and stuff like that. And I should get that out someday just to look at some of the old pictures on the channel. But Wide Awakes is the one that sticks with me because it's on the cover, I think. In 2009, Chicago White Sox pitcher Mark Buehrle's perfect game was solidified by Dwayne Wise with a play that was given what nickname? What was the nickname of the play that Dwayne Wise made to save Buehrle's perfect game? I can close my eyes and see it. He crashed up against the wall, and then he bobbled it a couple times. Came down with it. I don't remember the play having a nickname. I'm just going to say this is a dumb question. Now that I see the answer, I'll give you 5 seconds in case you know this. You're a Chicago White Sox man, and you think we're all dumb for not knowing it. But who cares? It's the White Sox. Says Tony Black, president of the Hawk Harrelson fan club. So, according to this trivia question, the catch. Willie Mays made the catch. There we go. Jason, you had to have typed that before I showed this because it just now popped up. Yeah, let me see what I have for 60. I have my Haddix tab open. I have the tops. I'm missing the new cards and the Cons Wieners, which are really hard to find in Jay's Publishing. So I have tops. I have tops 340, if that's what you're asking about. Thank you for checking, though. Yeah, I just have my tab open here because I was doing some inventory earlier. I would classify this as hard. Here we go. Who threw baseball's last legal spitball? Who threw baseball's last legal spitball? I believe it was outlawed, but if you were still throwing it, you were grandfathered in. So this is the last player that was legally allowed to throw it. Mangini. John, you're getting a new name. Mangenius. That's your new name. Okay. I know this one. We mentioned his name earlier. controversial figure. I feel like if I made a video about my feelings for this person, I would get a lot of hate. A lot of hate. So I won't. I pretty much keep my opinion to myself. But you can't doubt how great a player he was. Which player once stated, "I'd walk through hell in a gasoline suit to play baseball"? This all comes down to how fast you can type. I think probably at least, well, I know John knows it. Yeah. According to my feed, Shaw was fastest in typing Pete Rose. I don't even need to see it here. Pete Rose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Burley Grimes was the answer to the last one. Yeah. This one's just dumb. I'm not gonna answer it or question it. Okay, we've only got 2 left. I think I know this. It's one of 2 things I'm thinking of. Opening in 1912, what is the oldest baseball park still in use? What is the oldest baseball park still in use? We've got a Fenway. That's what I'm thinking. It's not NYY Stadium. It's about 10 years old. Two Fenways. I was thinking perhaps Wrigley, but because there's 2 Fenways, yeah, I would have said, if you made me answer, I'd say Fenway, but it seems like it could be Wrigley. Fenway. There we go. Okay, last one in here, other than the one we can see from the cover, which obviously we know. Here we go. Hopefully it's good. Okay. Which famous MLB team rivalry is called the Crosstown Classic? Tony, how fast can you type? Which famous rivalry is called the Crosstown Classic? Most of these are fairly easy question. I wouldn't have got Burley Grimes. I wouldn't have got that. Yeah. Cubs, White Sox. There we go. So we killed this. And then the one that's been on front the whole time is who was the inspiration for Louisville Slugger? Pete Browning. But yeah, I got these for Christmas and they were just loose while they were in the cellophane. You saw that. But there wasn't like a board game with them or anything. On the back, it says Total Sports Brain Teaser Collection. Baseball trivia cards. And overall, I would classify these like 5 out of 10 on difficulty. But I mean, you got to realize not everybody. Hey, I got one for John. John, you still there? Nobody except yours truly got this earlier. Where's it at? Here we go. Okay, John. Oh. Who was the first African American to play Major League Baseball? This is for John. John Mangini. He probably has Ken Burns baseball memorized just like I do. Tony jumped in. Tony, were you gone for this also? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he even got the team. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Moses Fleetwood Walker. And he has a card too. John, do you have one of those, Mangini? I know he has oh, he has a card. I know he does. It's got to be really expensive. Is it like a PCL card or something? I don't remember. Well, we killed our trivia pack. Yeah, maybe I'll hit you up in a Facebook chat if I can figure it out, John. But I know I've seen a card of his. Is there anybody in the chat that wants 6 Hall of Fame cards? These aren't going to be PSAable. They're not going to be super valuable. I'm going to Google it while I'm waiting to see if anybody else wants cards. Oh, he's got a baseball of the series card. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like player era. The glare here is killing me. If he had a card for real, I imagine that you would already know about it, John. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Shaw, let's do another pack for you. I'll send them in two envelopes so I can use 2 of those international stamps. And that way your boys can split them up. They can each have 3. Yeah, send yours to Scott. So Jason says Himmler Big League Brew. Yeah. So John, while I'm pulling some cards for some more cards for Shaw, if I recall, rather than making a big fuss over them playing an African American, didn't they just sort of run him out there and just wait until people started complaining, and and then they're like, okay, well, he can't play anymore. He played like in a couple games, and I believe that's how that went down. But I haven't seen that episode of baseball in a while, so my knowledge is rusty. But that's a trivia question that most baseball fans, I think, would get wrong. Here's the 88 Topps Tim Raines. Yeah, the Himmlers are recent. I have the Joe Jeanette of that. Those are the smaller. Yeah, I really like those. Oh, you can TTM this one. $10. Mr. Bugs. Here we go. 03 Topps Roy Halladay. Record breakers. Eddie Murray. Switch hit home runs in 2 straight games. So that's 4 homers. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, some of these things happened a long time ago. I was basically a brand new baseball fan. But just to think of that, that's crazy. Hit a home run from left side and right side, and then do it again the next day. Nolan Ryan, 87 Topps. Oh, you got 287 Topps here. I don't like doing that. Oh, well. Let's see. These are for kids. I want to find something kind of cool. I'm just going to thumb through a stack here to find something kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. Gowdy, Big League, Gowdy, these kind of mini cards. Kids like stuff like that. One more. Is there any Sport Flicks or Double Exposure? Here's something with some kind of cool shine to it. Let's go with this. 95 Leaf for Rank Thomas. Yeah, Ryan, forever, for a long time, he was like 30, wasn't he? And I'm like, I put it off. Then he went to 65. Now he's 75. It's fine. Okay, Shaw. So these are going to come again in a separate envelope. I'll probably send them on the same day, but they'll come in a separate envelope from your other one. Oh, nice. Some Expos. Good. How old's your son, Shaw? I'm going to put my email address in here one more time. Okay. Wow. Up to almost 2 hours. We can stay a few more minutes and chat, but after that, I'm going to get ready for the Mariners game. I'd like to see if Kellenick can follow up his big day yesterday with a big third day. They made him a debut card for Tops Now that went online yesterday, but he didn't do anything. He was over. And so I wish they would have waited one more day, and rather than have makes debut, they could have 2 doubles and a homer in the second game. I just think that would be better. I didn't buy either of them, so what am I complaining about? But I just think that's cooler when player does something. Yeah. Best early player was, he does mysterious. Yeah, he drowned, didn't he? Did he fall? Drowned at Niagara Falls, I think, at Delahanty. And you've seen that book in the background, like I said, on my regular setup, where I bury my heart in Cooperstown. And it talks about all, different mysterious deaths. It's a little dark, and John, you're going to correct me, but he had like 5 brothers that also played Major League Ball. Yeah. Good. Well, I'm glad they like those. Yeah. 13. Yeah, it's the same spread as my boys. Mine are 23 and 21 now. And they never, I tried to get them into baseball. I'll admit it, but it just didn't take. And one of them got obsessed with music, with playing music and learning music theory, and has been blessed enough to be able to play horns all over the world. And the other one, for a long time, really until just a year ago, was super into Pokemon. And he went all the way down to Portland for tournaments and all that stuff. And I never really was able to get anyone else into baseball. And I think it's just something, maybe I wanted it too much. And so I pushed, and you got to let kids go in their own direction, because they're going anyway. And you just can't. You just got to support what they like and love them no matter what. And baseball's my thing. That's okay. That's okay. When I get older, I'm going to start labeling these cards. What could be sold and what could be thrown away or given away. This will be in a box of cards that says "Give to charity" or something. But that Ichiro Turkey Red autograph you saw a couple weeks ago will probably be in a special place that says, "Make sure you get something for this." That's how it is. You can't take it with you. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, he was. That's right. He was drunk or pushed or something. But yeah, he drowned. Yeah, the Delahanty brothers. Yeah, Shaw. So the expansion draft for the Kraken is in July. No, it's in June, and then the regular draft is in July. You probably know better than I. But I'm actually going to start saving up a little bit. So after the draft, I can just start making my all-time Kraken roster, and that'll be fun because most of the players I won't know at all. Yeah, don't push too hard. Highest batting average in Pirate history. John's asking his own trivia questions. Highest batting average in Pirate history. Bill Madlock? Bill Madlock. That's my guess. Yeah. Oh, good. Tony wants clarifying question. Nope, nope on Madlock. I'm trying to think. Pirates. Hmm. Oh, Clemente, I thought of it, and I thought maybe that's too easy of a. Mike Easler. Highest Pirates batting average. I give up. I thought Maddock was a good guess because he won 4 batting titles. At least 2 of those are with Pittsburgh. I think maybe more than that. Not even close. Well, I give up. Most hits in a rookie season. Any player, any team? Ichiro. It's probably wrong too. We don't need trivia cards. We have John Mangini. I never heard who the pirate hit king was. Oh, is it Big Poison and Little Poison? The uh, John and uh, okay, yeah, it is. Okay. Wow. So one is the rookie hits leader, and the other one is the Pirates all-time average leader. Wow. I had no idea. And they've got that cool, is it 54 tops card? The Poison Brothers. Big Poison and Little Poison. That's a great trivia there. Paul Wainer had the highest. Yeah. Wow. Great. Okay. They were 5 feet tall. Okay, I got a trivia question. I can make some up too. I think I mentioned this in the last live stream, so some of you will know it. There's only one pitcher in the Hall of Fame that had Tommy John surgery. Who is he? The only pitcher in the Hall of Fame that had Tommy John surgery. Not Kerry Wood, not Nolan Ryan. Yeah, John Smoltz. Okay. Another question. Piggyback off that. Who will most likely be the second pitcher in the Hall of Fame that had Tommy John surgery? I mean, answers could vary on this, but I think pretty much consensus that he will go in when the time is right. Justin Verlander. Yeah, I mentioned this in the last live stream. I think you probably knew it anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think he's going in. Don't you guys? He has a. When he had his resurgence in Houston, I think that sort of solidified that for him. And Scherzer, did he have Tommy John? If he did, I think he's got more in the tank. Otani, I think he's got more in the tank than Verlander. So Verlander will probably retire first, and may not be a first ballot guy, but he'll go in. He'll go in. So okay, autographs 2000. Before we go, do you want a couple Hall of Famers like last time? A little Hall of Fame lot in the mail, or anybody else before we go? Clubs cards. Yeah, I don't think that the cheating scandal will affect the pitchers so much because they benefit from potentially getting run support and maybe getting a win. Hall of Fame voters aren't looking at stuff like that anymore. They're looking at your ERA and your WHIP and your Ks and your Ks per nine and your ERA plus and things like that. So I don't think, even though he was on that Astros team, I don't think anyone's going to say he shouldn't be in because he was on that team of cheaters that cheat at hitting. I just don't see it. It's possible, I guess. Send him third baseman, not named Robinson. Yeah, that's true. They can use anything. Yeah, he's not in the Hall of Fame because of non-baseball stuff and how people feel about him, which is unfortunate. So I suppose, but I don't know. I don't see it. I could be wrong. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some cards for autographs 2000. I think we'll wrap it up here, but it's been great hanging with you. This is funny. It's just like last time. I sat here for about, we really only had one or two people for the first half hour. And I don't know if these are worth doing, and now I'm having a great time, but it's time to get off. Here is a 03 Topps Joe Torre. Only player to lead the league in home runs his first 7 years. Is that Ralph Kiner? That's my guess. Ralph Kiner. 91 score, Harold Baines. I think that's a pretty good guess, John. Here's an 89 Upper Deck, George Brett. Here's we all know I love this set. If you've seen my collection showcase, quite a few autographed. I don't have this one, but Robin Roberts on a 92 action-packed ASG. ASG does not stand for All-Star Game, but All-Star Gallery. And there's one player that was never an All-Star in this set, and I forgot who it was. I used to know because I looked up this information when I did that. I forget who it was. Oh, it was Joe Garagiola. Never an All-Star, but they put him in the All-Star Gallery set. And I want to give that one away. Too boring. A lot of Frank Thomases today. Here's a nice 95 Turkey Red. Yeah, I can't imagine someone leading the league in home runs for 8 years. Yeah, Kiner played, what did he play, 11 years and still made the 500 home run club? It's just crazy. It's crazy. Alan Trammell. If you ask a question, I should just assume it's a pirate answer, correct, John? Okay, oh, we need to get you one more. I comfortably ship 6 of these at a time. 97 Donruss, Dave Winfield. Decent corners, not a gem. Decent. Most triples in a season and how many? It's probably a pirate. Andy Van Slyke. No, it's not him. Let me write down autographs 2000 here. Don't bother me sending me your address. I still have it from before. Okay. Record for most triples in a season and how many? I feel like it should be a dead ball guy like Cobb or somebody. Ty Cobb. I don't even know. 32. Yeah, I'm just looking at Tony's comment. We talked about Frank Thomas a little bit before you got on. And I don't really like the terms underrated and overrated. But I think what started the conversation is we talked about Albert Pujols. And if you're a 20-year-old and you've only been a fan of the game for 10 years or whatever, you can't appreciate like how good Albert Pujols was because he had that first 10 years that were just insane. And Frank Thomas is one of those guys. Look at his first 10 years. And I think of that when I think of Griffey. There's people that were, 15, 16, 17 when Griffey retired and don't remember what he did with the Mariners. And even his first year in Cincinnati. And they're sort of like, well, why is everybody nuts about this guy? But Frank Thomas, yeah, we were reading off the stats. And he had like 8 straight years where he was in 30s or 40s or home runs, over 100 walks, close to 200 hits, batted well into the 300s. I mean, just crazy, crazy, crazy. Frank Thomas, the man. Okay, did we ever get an answer from Mangini on the triples? Chief Wilson. Now you're talking about guys I never even heard of. So it's time to start wrapping things up. Only team to have 420 game winners in one season. Okay, so that was the Orioles, and then that was the Palmer and McLean and the other two. I know it's an Orioles question. McLean, Palmer, Cuellar, and McLean, Palmer, Cuellar. Who was the fourth guy? I'm gonna hate myself. Someone go ahead and put it in chat. This will be our last thing tonight. McLean, Palmer, Cuellar. Griffey, Denora, Pennsylvania. Same town as It's damn usual, right? That's crazy. Those two guys are from the same place. That's crazy. Okay, I haven't seen the fourth guy that won the 20 games. Can someone pop it in here? Steve, who? Steve. Don't make me Google it. McNally, Palmer, Cuellar, and McLean, right? Oh, Denny McLean was a Tiger. Okay, I'm thinking of the last guy to win 30, and I'm confusing and conflating my teams and my stats. Now I look like a fool. That's okay. Okay, yeah, Palmer, McNally, Cuellar, Dobson. On that note, thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate my YouTube friends. We did almost two. We did over 2 hours. We got a lot done. We got some free cards here. I'm gonna go pour a big old iced tea, and yeah, go watch the Mariners game. Hopefully, Kellenick can have a third game as he did a second game. And we'll see you later, everybody. Bye bye now. Thank you. Stop it with the Eddie the Great. That's done. That's tired. We're out of here.